All right, we're on the record. The pregame is done.
Sweet.
Now we can talk Dancing with the Stars. A few people are still joining. Feel free to join. There's an open seat. Just request and I'll approve it. Thanks to Team Bindi and Derek and Team Sharnik joining us too. So we're talking about, it's interesting, who are who's going to make it to the finals, right? I mean, that's kind of what we're saying. Sharna, it sounds like she's definitely got a good one with Nick, who had a fan base that will likely vote, a committed fan base. So that's interesting. But here's the other thing. You said you were there for Sharna more than you were for Nick. How many of these stars are less popular than their professional partner?
Probably a lot of them. I think, like the Victor Espinova, I don't know who his partner is, but she's probably more popular.
Karina.
Yeah.
Karina's got to be more popular. That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
Paula and Louis is an interesting one, right? Because she's so unpopular but Louis is too. So, we'll see how that goes. Of course, the guy who saved the train in Paris, he's obviously I don't know, how popular is he and how long will his popularity last? I think it will be a fun twist on it. So we got a question from Mess Inside and Out. Do you think Hayes is going to do a good job tonight? I really wanted Emma to go far this season. What are your thoughts?
I think he's gonna do okay. I don't think he has a dancing background, but
if you see that Nene video, you'll see.
he might get like to top 10. No, not top 10. Top 5 maybe. That's my guess.
My toss-up is he can either be kind of like a Cody Simpson or he can be a Bethany Moda. Because him and Bethany are kind of in the same situation, but Bethany made it to the finals, but she had Derek as a partner. But hopefully, I'm going to give Hayes a chance. I think he's going to do pretty all right. Hopefully he makes it at least to the halfway point for Emma's sake, because it's time for Emma to go a little bit farther in the competition with someone good. So hopefully, since he's kind of young and he has a pretty solid fan base, I think he'll make it to at least week 5 or week 6.
Yeah.
Do you think his fan base is going to vote? Do you think
Let's hope.
Huge fan base?
I feel like his fan base is like younger kids, so I don't know.
I don't know either, but I know they were trending number 1 worldwide last night. So
yeah.
But you never know. It could be like a Zendaya fan base too. It could be like the younger, like the 15, 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
Hopefully he goes a little bit farther.
I mean, I've heard both arguments, right? I've heard that the young fan base is the ones that have nothing else to do, and so they vote like crazy. But then I've also heard the old fan base say, I'm retired, I have nothing else to do, and so I just vote like crazy. So, I mean, I've heard both of it. So, yeah. I am Kimmy Ho says, Blaze was trending all day yesterday during NFL games.
Yeah.
Why was that? Were they on the show or were they?
I don't know.
I think Hayes tweeted out, "Let's get this trending." I guess he just got loads of retweets, and then it just kind of exploded. So I know he tweeted something about it last night.
I'm trying to remember what's the voting for Dancing with the Stars? It's still email voting on the website. It's
and you can call.
Is that all? I'm trying to think if
they used to do, but they stopped that a few seasons ago. I wish they still did text votes.
Yeah, the other shows have done so much more, right? I mean, America's Got Talent's doing. You can search it on Google and vote with your essentially Google account, and they have an app.
That's what they do.
Dancing with the Stars will have an app this year. But yeah,
I think they should bring back text votes because I think that's how everybody usually did it.
Yeah, maybe they're catering. It gets expensive though. I think it's expensive for them to do. So, by the way, everyone, if you want to, on the left side, you can tell a little bird. If you haven't used Blab before, you can click that. It will tweet it out to your followers saying you're watching. There's also an open seat if someone else wants to join and talk to us. So feel free to do that. And if you like what someone's saying, you can also click on their face and give them props. So you see, I have to give a few props to my friends here.
Sweet.
So that's how that works on Blab. All right, we have another question. Oh, Facebook too? Is there Facebook voting?
I think so.
Yeah, it's for like people and like I heard someone talking about it. It's like Sharna was doing an interview about it and saying people like in Japan can do Facebook voting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's like all over the world or just there, but
well, they probably just don't have a way to geolocate who's voting, right, on Facebook, so they allow.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. So there's another question from RobyKey6. What do you think about Tamar and Val? How far will they go in your opinion? You know, it's been interesting. It's been interesting watching some of their packages. I mean, the very first video I saw of Val said he's like, Tamar's a handful, which I thought, that's how you want to preview your star?
Yeah.
Something a little smarter, like she's a handful, she's awesome, you know, like she's talking about how awesome she is and why people would like her.
Yeah.
But you know, Val can't avoid being honest, so you know, credit him for that.
I kind of think she's going to be the shock elimination of the season. I just have that feeling. But I may be wrong.
I think she's known, but I don't think she's well known. What do you think?
I don't know her, so I don't know how far they're going to go.
I know she's a host on The Real, and then she has her own reality show, and then her sister actually did the show too. In season 7, I think. Tony, I think so. But she either can make it far, but I just have that sneaky feeling that she's going to be the surprise elimination.
Yeah.
So here's a little insight into the show. Her sister Tony, that was on the show, she was actually supposed to be partners with Derek Huff. And I know
really?
that because Derek's mom was super excited because she's like, hey, he's going to be in Vegas all the time. She lives in Vegas. And I live in Vegas too. So anyways, she was really excited because she had a show in Vegas. So, you know, Derek would be spending a lot of time here. But then something happened and they switched partners that season. So he got a different partner. I forgot who the switch was for. Was that when Brooke Burke won, I think, or something?
Yeah. Brooke Burke won that.
So that was a good trade for him, huh?
I'll be kind of interested to see if she would have gotten farther along with Derek, because I know she was a shock elimination. Like, she left before Cloris Leachman did, so.
Yeah, well, there you go. I think that's a note on tomorrow. The only thing I would say about that is Val has his own following, and he has some passionate fans that like to vote, so he might keep her in longer than. So, RobyKey6 said, what are your thoughts on Alexa and Mark? Any thoughts?
Oh, I love Alexa Vega. I was a fan of her as my kid, so.
Yeah.
I'm happy Mark doesn't have a young partner who's like 16 or 14, 17, 18, somewhere around there. I'm happy he actually got someone like his age, and I honestly think she's going to make it far in the competition.
Yeah.
I'm a Nashville
I'm
addict.
interested to see who goes farther, Carlos or Alexa.
Exactly.
Who's Carlos with again? Oh, with Whitney.
Yeah.
I think Alexa goes farther. I think. Yeah, I'm putting my money on her for sure. Yeah, I think Carlos and Whitney could go out early. Sadly, for some reason Whitney doesn't pull the votes. I don't think that she does. I mean, I don't know if it's blonde jealousy or what. she has a Marilyn Monroe look, right? And just incredible, I think. But you know, guys don't like to vote; they just like to see her. I'm speaking for myself first. So I'm a huge Nashville fan, although she's kind of the enemy on Nashville. So as a Nashville fan, you know, she's kind of breaking up the relationship we want to happen. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see her in a different light, I think.
Yeah.
So, you know, feel free to, guys that are watching it online, feel free to leave comments as well. We'll read them off for other people to see. There's still one open seat if one of you is brave enough to hop online. Feel free to join us. Do you guys think Gary's going to be the first one to leave this season?
No.
Either him or Paula.
I'd be fine if Paula. Although I think we may warm up to her, but I need more Gary just for entertainment value. I mean, he annoy the crap out of Anna. I need at least 4 or 5 weeks of him.
I think he's gonna be the Carson Kressley of this season. Like I just how the Carson Kressley feel about him.
No, he's not that nice though. Like
he loads of crazy.
he is that.
I can handle a little bit crazy.
Carson was nice, right?
Yeah, he was hilarious. I think Gary's gonna bring the entertainment factor. I think that's gonna take him a couple. I don't think he'd be the first eliminated. I think probably like the third or fourth one.
Yeah, I still hope Shaka Khan leaves early. I'm voting that way. Give me Gary. He's gonna be entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. Let's see. What do you think of Vegas? So we talked about that, right? Didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about that one. Let's see. I heard the first elimination is week 3. Is that true?
Yes.
I haven't heard that.
I need Courtney, Vogue, or Heidi here. They follow that a lot more than I do. I think there are 2 dances. And we have heard that there's no elimination show, so it's possible the 2 dances happen and then the elimination the 3rd week. So
if the elimination is 3rd week, we better be prepared to see some double eliminations going on, and that's gonna kind of. But I heard that the elimination is on week 3 this season.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, they always go back and forth on the shows, and so I did read that there's no elimination week, but they are going to have a second show on I think Tuesday, where it's kind of like I don't know, what was it they said, behind the scenes or kind of more footage of the show essentially. I think is what they said. So we'll see.
I think there's 2 this week and next week.
Yeah. Let's see. What do you think of the older pros being back this season? Let's see who's back. Anna's back, which I
Lindsay,
love.
right?
Louis back. I normally would say I don't want Louis back, but he does keep things interesting because he's not afraid to say anything, and I'm kind of interested to see how him and Paula go. Just feels like a time bomb waiting to happen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I think Louis tends to stick to the most traditional out of all the pros too. Like he don't do that much gimmicks in his choreography. Just like keep it simple and keep it traditional.
Interesting. To me, Louis lost his savor. He's kind of like Samson. When he cut his hair, he lost his originality, right? It was something a little different. He maybe needs to bring the hair back.
Yeah.
Let's see. Karina was off for a season too, right? Hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I love Karina.
You love her?
Yes, she's her and Emma is probably my top 2 favorite female pros.
Yeah. She's good. Yeah, I love her. Her and then even Edita before. Louis. There was a 4 or 5 of them that I loved because they just said whatever was on their mind.
Exactly.
They had no filter, and if the judges said, "Hey, that you didn't put very much choreography on," you could see it in their eyes and in their face. They're like, "What are you talking about?" And I love that. I love that they just push back a little. So I think that's good. Anything else? We got 22 people on here. Nice. We've had 245 people join over the time. Not too bad for a first Dancing with the Stars Blab. Woo! I think it's because we got an attractive lady here now. Sorry, my friend from Tennessee, but they're not joining for us. So if you're on there, you want to join, there's still an open seat. Feel free to click the tell a little bird on the left too, and invite other people to join. Let them know that we're talking Dancing with the Stars. So let's see. I've been following some people too. Yeah, I should tell it again too. It's nice. Oh yeah, I'll make sure to get Sugar Squad in there too. All right, so there's another question. I heard that there is going to be some hometown visits of both pros and celebs. True?
Yes.
Yep. I heard it's in week 2, I think, right? If I remember right, week 2 they're going to.
Monday is the celebrity, and Tuesday is the pro.
Oh, okay. Nice. I like all the behind the scenes. The more behind the scenes, the better in my book.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's good. So let's see, who haven't we talked about yet? How about Lindsay coming back? We didn't talk about her. Good, bad? I mean, she was there as a troop member, of course, but
I'm glad she's back.
Yeah, why is that?
I'm kind of.
I don't know.
Jenna was on.
You wanted to see Jenna as a pro?
I want to see Jenna have a chance. I think it's past her.
It's true. She's put in her dues. You know, I like Lindsay a little better than Jenna, but you know, I see a lot of ambivalence towards Lindsay, which I think makes for bad TV. You know, she's just such a nice, sweet little girl, right? And she doesn't mix it up very much. She kind of needs to, I think, to grow a following. But there are a lot of people who hate Jenna. I don't know why, but they do.
I don't know. But I wasn't really that the first time around.
What'd you say?
I wasn't that impressed with Lindsay with Victor that much. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think people are just going to be like, meh, you know, it's not going to be that interesting. And so, meh doesn't work for TV. So, you know, she'll be fine. I think they'll be a cute couple. They'll put together some good routines.
They look good together.
That's true. But this isn't, you know, America's Next Top Model, right? Or America's Next Couple. It's, you know, entertainment. So, I don't know. I think people would have really hated on Jenna. So part of me is glad because I don't want her to get hated on, and I know a lot of people would just destroy her. But I'd still like to see her get a chance. So I'm a little torn there. Yeah. The TV addict, or at the TV_addicted. Sorry, you're an addict too. At least I am. What do you think about having the stars do quick step in week 1? Along with that, it's quick step and someone else is doing a salsa, you know, and then we have the traditional jive, cha-cha, and the rest, right? But the real big ones, quick step week 1, salsa week 1. And So You Think You Could Dance, they called the quick step the dance of death, because anytime someone did a quick step, they voted them off, right? So what do you think? Good, bad?
I think it could be both. Like, if you do really good, then that's like just like showing what you can do first off, like for right off the bat. But if you do bad, then I mean, no one's really going to judge you because it's week 1 and it's the quick step. So
I think whoever has the quick step and the jive this like first week, I think it's kind of an advantage because you get the harder dances out of the way in the very beginning of the competition, and you have 2 weeks to learn it rather than 4 days.
Yeah.
Especially if you're popular and you know you're going to make it through week 1. Get the quick step out of the way because they won't give it to you later when you might need a higher score.
Yeah.
The problem for me is, you know, how many quick steps have been really memorable?
Riker's last season.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. There's just not that many, right?
Yeah.
I think it's because of the rules of the quick step and their inability. I mean, I've seen some quick steps in person with like the pros doing it at the like, you know, the world championships and stuff. Those are incredible. They've refined it so much that they just know each other and they know how to move together. And it's this rhythmic thing that's so beautiful. I think it's harder to do, you know, given the constraints of the show. Salsa, on the other hand, I would say would be awesome, but who has salsa? Victor and Karina. And, you know, like, what? Victor's going to lift Karina? Like, If he does, though, can you imagine? He get votes just for that. So, yeah, that would be impressive, right? If Victor lifts it, I'm gonna vote for him that night. There you go. That's worthy of a vote. So thanks everyone for joining. We got 20 people. Feel free. There's an open seat if someone else wants to join. If you've never done Blab, there's Tell a Little Bird on the left too. So feel free to tweet it away. Ask questions. Feel free to do answers. We'll read them off too. So we said quick step and jive the first week. Yeah, I mean, jive isn't an easy one either. Get ready for tonight. How many times will they say, well, the kicks weren't sharp enough?
The toes weren't pointed.
Yeah. I prefer a little harder snap when you kick. You know, you're gonna get that, you know, immediately, I'm sure. So there's a question. Someone said, do you think Alec is gonna go far this season? What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, feedback, so I have to mute you. Looks like you have a signal. But I don't know. Alec, I don't know.
I think Alec can be a toss-up.
Yeah.
He seems pretty shy right now, but who knows? After a couple of weeks, he might get into the groove of stuff. So, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we love people like him. I mean, but did he have enough time? I don't know. If I were predicting things, I think he'll probably be gone early. You know, he might make it, you know, 2 or 3 weeks, but probably not very far. You know, that's kind of my prediction.
Well, Livelihood just said that he could surprise all of us, so I agree with that.
You never know.
I think it was him that I saw the video when he showed up to the show, and he just looked totally starstruck. Like you or I would feel. I mean, I remember when the first time I went to Dancing with the Stars, I was just like, oh crap, Tom Bergeron just walked by. You know, like, gotta play it cool. Play it cool. You know, it was just like, geez Louise, like everywhere you turn is stars, and I think you'll probably have that feeling, right? Yeah, maybe. Very well could, but we'll see. How about Paula Dean? Going far, eliminated early?
Early.
I think she's probably going to be, with all the controversial stuff, I think she's got to be kind of early.
Okay, so we have 2 votes for, this is what we should do in the Blab. Since people don't know Blab, I don't think. If you click on our faces, it gives props, and these hands come up. So if you like early, then you should click on Team Sharnik or Team Bindi and Derek. If you think that she'll stay late, even though I don't think she will, but I think she'll be pretty early too. But if you think she'll stay late, then click on mine and vote that way. We should. There should be a way to put it over our faces.
Yeah.
That's the votes on you. So yeah, looks like it's going there. Yeah, I think she's so polarizing. You know, but you know what? This is the thing that I don't think people appreciate, and I've seen on some of her, you know, clips and promotion things. She's actually pretty funny. I think she could be pretty funny. She could almost be like a Jerry Springer type. Like, I pissed you off, but I'm gonna make you laugh, so you may like me a little more than you want to admit. Like, I'm a jerk and I said some stupid things, but I'm making you laugh, so maybe I'll stick around.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that's possible. So let's see. I am Kimiho said Apollo and Juliana Showman. Oh, that must have been for the quick steps that are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be interesting. We should actually do some. What were the most memorable dances? We should do a poll on puredancewithstars.com and see which ones have them create the most memorable dances, which styles.
Yeah.
So they also bring up Kim and Tony. We haven't talked about Kim and Tony at all. What do you think? You guys probably didn't watch Kim at all, huh?
No.
Not your thing, huh?
Yeah.
Not mine either. But you know, has any of the housewives gone far on the show? Nene?
I think the farthest was Nene.
Yeah. I don't think they're gone far. I don't know how many really vote for Tony either. But, you know, people are sympathetic to him. I think we all feel bad he's gotten so many old ladies. I'd like him.
What is she dancing?
Huh?
What is she dancing tonight?
Let's see. Kim and Tony are dancing. You know, it looks like we don't know the style, at least the latest I have, but it looks like it's Hey Mama by David Guetta featuring Afrojack, Nicki Minaj, and Baby Rexha. So that's their song. I don't think we know the style. Yeah.
Okay. So I was thinking, I don't know. I think she's going to be gone early.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so here's a good question for you. Let's imagine that she was paired with Val or Derek. Would she go farther? So
maybe.
If she was with Val or Derek as opposed to Tony, how many more weeks would she stay?
I think she would stay like at least 2 more weeks just because of how popular Val and Derek are.
Yeah.
Would you look at her in a more favorable light if that way? I think many people would, right? They're
Yeah.
like, oh, she must be nice. I don't know. Or they might bring out the good side of her. Yeah. That's interesting.
It doesn't nervous at all.
What about nervous?
I mean,
she looks nervous?
like no, I don't think she looks nervous about doing it. Like, definitely during the cast announcement, she's like, I'm not nervous. She's like, it's all good. That's why I got off of her, so.
She probably doesn't care. She gets paid either way, right?
Yeah.
She gets a little cut. Aren't they all rich? I don't know. I don't follow that community very well. So Mr. Mike underscore D second said, well, do you realize that Paula Deen was a rug kicking prom queen back in the day? So I guess he's making the case that she's a good dancer. Is that, I guess, the case for Paula? Maybe. And what was it, 20 pounds before coming on the show, I think is what they said. She wanted to make sure she was in shape for it. So
wow.
How many people vote on how well the person dances, though?
I think that people just vote for their favorite people.
Vote on popularity.
Every once in a while, someone will break through, right? Like, I think, what was the bull rider's name? Dang it.
Tom Murray.
What was his name?
Tom Murray.
Ty, like, I think he's a good example. Nobody really knew him. They didn't know bull riders. They probably liked his wife a little bit, you know. But, you know, I think they grew to like him because he started dancing so much better. I think that was an example. Yeah. I don't know. People don't vote for dancing as much. He says, take care, y'all. I think you'll be surprised with Paula. I hope so.
Bye.
I hope
I
so.
think it'll be a lot of fun. I actually think she's a good addition to the show. I'm glad they brought her on. I like the controversial. So more controversy, the better. So who do you think's the dark horse this season? So I guess if it's a dark horse, it must be someone who we don't think is going to do very well, but does better than they should. I'm going to say Alexa and Mark, because I don't think people know Alexa that well, and I think she's going to portray well on the show. So that's my vote, Alexa and Mark.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You can't say Sharna and Nick because Nick's already too popular.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm with you. I think Alexa and Mark.
I think Alexa too.
Yeah. Any others? Let's see.
I'm kind of ready to see Andy Grammer.
Yeah. I forgot about him.
Not Andy at all.
I think he's going to be really good. Like, I see him finale.
Oh, really? Interesting. I hope Allison steps up her game a little bit, and I hope they give her a bit more contemporary because that's more of her style.
Yeah, I loved her contemporary from last year.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I hope they do. I hope she maybe works with some other outside choreographers, which they do and they don't tell you about. But because her ballroom choreography is a little lacking, I think, sometimes. So, but I think she's getting into more of a rhythm after being on a few times. So yeah, everyone that's joining, there's still an open seat. If you want to join, feel free to join. Click the tell a little bird on the left. If you like something you're saying, you can click on the faces. Woo! Learn how blabs work. We should at least give you guys 100, right? Because we like you for joining. All right. Let's see what else. Let's see. Mattel Gal, or is that MATL Gal? Can't tell. Is she from ATL? From Atlanta? Ambassador for Wellness. Woohoo! Jack, that's her name. She said, "Tell me Gary Busey won't be there long, please." See, I'm the opposite. I want Gary there for as long as possible. Like, I think if he lasts till week 4, Anna is gonna go ballistic on him. I mean, I can't even imagine. Anna still has my best line of Dancing with the Stars ever. When she got to the finals, she said, "I'd rather choreograph 1,000 paso dobles than one freestyle." It's still my favorite quote of all time. I don't know. My guess is that who really votes for Gary, unless there's people like me that like good entertainment, right? They're not voting for Gary. They're voting for entertainment.
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's see. The TV underscore addicts addicted. Sorry, I call you an addict all the time. What's your real name? TV's your name. Alexa looked really good in the GMA rehearsal vid this morning. I think Carlos, for some reason, will be the dark horse. I think it's fair to call Carlos a dark horse. If he does well, I think that would be a dark horse. Yeah, I think Alexa has a good feel to her from the clips I've seen. Seems like she's got some rhythm, so she should be able to do the dances. Yeah. So, all right. She asked the question, so now you can chime in. How about Bindi and Derek? We haven't even mentioned them till now. See? They say we're biased to Derek. Nope. What do you think? Since you're Team Bindi and Derek, you should be the pro on this. I'm excited. Or the bias.
No, I think she has the personality to take her far in the competition. I think she's the type of person that can connect with the audience and have the audience by her side. And I watched some of her jive footage, and it looks pretty good. And I'm excited about her dancing to Crocodile Rock tonight. I think she'll probably go. I think she'll go far in the competition.
Yeah.
You think so too?
Yeah, I haven't really paid much attention to her, but from what I've seen, I think she'll go pretty.
Interesting. The biggest annoyance I have with Bindi, which ironically, right before she was cast on Dancing with the Stars, I saw some article come out that said, "Who is this girl? Bindi's smoking hot." And it was a picture she'd posted to her Instagram or something where they're like, "Oh, the little girl all grown up." And, it was this really attractive picture of Bindi. And you're like, wait, what happened to that little girl that played with animals that kind of looked like her dad, oh, now she's really grown up into a woman, right? And kind of, it was true, she had that for sure. But when I've seen them in every picture they've done, and even they had the GMA rehearsal footage this morning from the walkthrough, like the outfits they've given her make her look awful, I think. Like they don't make her look attractive. And it really annoys me. I thought they did the same thing with Erin Andrews. Like I think Erin Andrews is one of the most beautiful women, but when she was on the show, whatever they did with the costuming made her look awful. Like, and I think they're doing the same with Bindi. I don't know if they just don't know how to handle, because I think she's a pretty full figure woman, right? Like she's got some curves, and they don't know how to handle that. You know, so yeah, there's something wrong with the costumes that which I think is going to annoy me all season. Which ironically, Erin Ramsey now as host, I think looks really attractive, probably because she's choosing out her own stuff now, or at least she's participating in it. So I'm a little, worried there. So, someone, let's see. Oh, I thought someone was commenting on Twitter too, but they're commenting on another story. Oh, this is good. Snacks and drinks ready. Verified voting numbers ready. At Pure Dancing, 75 minutes. 75 minutes to count down. Looks like Someone move their speaker. Let's see if this fixes it. I hear myself talking. Anyway. I think I need to switch to my headset. All right. Any other questions? Let's see. Tom B is going to have a lot of fun with Gary and Paula on live TV. The Burge, waiting for Paula and Gary. You agree?
I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, Tom is so good. So I ended up going to this reality TV conference in LA one time, and they were doing this award show, and they were giving out all these awards. And Tom Bergeron happened to be there for this awards, and so he was there. He was up in the front. And I think he won an award, or he emceed, or he did something. He was giving someone else something. So he was there, and they wanted to give an award to someone, and the person ended up not being there. And Tom literally stood up and went up on stage and collected the award for that person. And he was hilarious. He started just commenting as if he was that person. Like, I mean, the guy is just spot on. So good.
I love Tom.
Yeah. Let's see. Material Gal said, do you feel she is too over the top enthusiastic? I'm not sure who she's talking about. Where are we getting all this info before it airs?
Maybe Bindi?
I think they're talking about Bindi.
Is Bindi too enthusiastic? What do you think?
I think that's just her personality.
Got 5 minutes. Black screen. I don't think they're she does have a lot of energy, that's for sure. Bindi does. I think I could annoy some people. That's true. But she just seems like a sweetheart, though. Almost like Emma a little bit, right? I think it's a little bit like Emma. So, yeah. And where do we get all this info before it airs? Well, you can see from my account, I run the site called puredwts.com. And then we have 3. I call them my angels. They call me Charlie, and they're the angels. But we publish, I don't know, maybe 20 posts a week with lots of good inside info, videos, etc. So if you check out puredwts.com, you'll get a lot of this info. Sometimes I consider myself more a reader of puredwts.com than a writer myself. Although I think I have written about 1,000 posts. So. Yeah. So, let's see. Aerobic said ABC7 George P just tweeted season 21 is about to begin on Dance with the Stars. 13 stars now, but when next week's shows end, there will only be 11 left. So Elimination week 2. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, they've screwed with their schedule so much this year. I'm surprised we even know that there's going to be 13 stars. I wouldn't be surprised if they show up on the show and they're like, guess what? We added a 14th just to screw with you. I mean, the way they announce the stars and everything, it's just crazy, right? So
yeah. I wish we had a launch show like Strictly Come Dancing to this.
You wish they did what?
A launch show like they do on Strictly Come Dancing. They do a launch show.
Oh yeah.
They like all the couples together. They do the pairings live, and then they do a group performance, and it's pretty fun. I watched an episode of it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, a group performance would be really cool. I can see that working well. I think they kind of do that on GMA a little bit, but not a group performance. Not quite as. Yeah, it would be nice to get more background on each of the stars because a lot of people, for some reason don't read Pure Dancing with the Stars. So for a lot of people, when they see the premiere, they're learning about the person right then. So, yeah. They're talking about a double elimination week 2. That'd be crazy. I don't know. It's almost not fair to the stars or the pros, if they double eliminate in week 2. Some of them.
Hopefully they elimination like they did in season 18.
Yeah. I don't mind the double elimination though. It's fine. As long as they give us the same number of weeks. At Livelihood says it isn't fair. Life is Dancing with the Stars is definitely not fair.
Yeah.
Can we eliminate Rob Wade?
Are you missing Conrad Green? Is that what you're saying? You wish your Conrad Green would come back now that Utopia failed? He can come back and Wanda, that gets the comment of the day, I think. Nice.
I lost respect for him after last season.
Why is that?
I think they were trying to push for a Nazi elimination. That's what I was thinking of. Definitely showing over and over and over again.
The conspiracy. They actually think not so much a Nazi elimination as much as it was we want Val to win. So they were pushing rumor to get Val to win. It doesn't hurt the show. I haven't actually heard anyone say this, but think about this. If rumor win, what message does that send to me and what's his name? Willis? Bruce Willis about the show, right? I mean, if she's talking it up to Bruce Willis and Demi Moore and all their friends, and this is an awesome show and you should go do it, maybe it gets them into some other circles. Maybe they were hoping, not so much do we want Val to win, although they probably like some diversity in the champions when it comes to the pros as well, because they don't want to anger the fan base. So that could be a motivation. But maybe it was as much they wanted Rumor to win so that they were in Bruce Willis and Demi Moore's good graces. Maybe somehow convince them to come on the show in the future. Because if one of them came on, we'd have a real A-list star, right? And if they start to, maybe they could create some momentum that would get other A-list stars to come. Because, if Bruce Willis and Demi Moore or either one of them were on the show, then they could go to the Jennifer Anistons or the other real A-list celebrities and say, hey, they're doing it, why don't you? And maybe make a case for it.
Yeah.
Hard to say, but I don't know though. To me, there were some interesting manipulations and judges' comments, but I don't know. I kind of give it up. I kind of gave all that stuff up a long time ago. I choose to just enjoy the dances, enjoy the packages, and I kind of ignore the judges now.
Yeah.
Just someone competent. Too much manipulation. Yeah, Nastia did a good job of making herself look bad. I shouldn't say good job. I think that's just who she is. Her normal resting face looks like she's angry, and it's not that she's angry. It's just, how do you change that, right? So interesting. Are you guys excited Erin Andrews is back?
I love Erin.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
I can tell you this. A lot of people aren't excited. A lot of people hate Erin.
Why?
Jealousy. I think most people they comment say her voice annoys the crap out of me, which I kind of get that. They're kind of right. It's not the most soothing of voices. And I think they said something about her questions or bimbo. They throw that stuff in there a lot of times. But I actually like her. I think she's refreshing compared to Brooke, who was very nice and she always looked nice. But I mean, there was nothing interesting about anything that she ever asked them.
Yeah.
Erin would at least mix things up sometimes and say some things that you're like, did she really just say that? So, D Huff Lover said, I'm meeting her this weekend in Boston. So excited, can't wait. Is that Brooke Burke or is that Erin Andrews? Either way, I'd be happy to meet both of them.
Yeah.
I think she's talking about Nastia.
Oh, Nastia?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Nastia.
Oh, okay.
It's her. She has a thing going on in Boston this weekend.
Oh, nice. Nastia, man, she's just so hot. That's all I remember about her. Yeah, this is how guys vote. You look good in that. Yeah. I've always liked her, though, since the Olympics, so I was always biased from that. It's cool, though. Let's see, but do you really think the show can push some couple for the win? If people don't like or doesn't like a couple, they can push, but people will not vote. The whole push for the win seems funny to me. Yeah, I mean, here's the reality. The producers can influence the voting, especially with the packages that they create. And you're right. Sometimes they can create packages that try to get someone to vote, and it's actually going to have the opposite effect. And it could actually piss people off and cause them to vote for someone else. So they don't often get their wish. But they can take a picture and make a dancer or a pro look pretty bad. So, there's certainly that there. But yeah, I mean, I think you're right, though. Occasionally they've tried to push someone that people just didn't like, and that person was voted off. So, yeah, I mean, you can only do so much. That's for sure. So, Brooke, how do you feel, Brooke? Her favorite question to everyone. So, how do you feel? She's such a sweetheart, though. I mean, she's really a nice lady, But yeah, it was just, you knew what to get from her every time, so it wasn't that interesting.
No.
So yeah, that's why she was disappointing. Yeah. I was actually there when she won. I happened to be there for the finale, so I met her right before they won, and my wife and I were sitting right behind Len and Carrie Ann. So every time Len was on camera, my wife was on camera, which is pretty cool. Since it's taped in LA, we drove back to our hotel and then we watched ourselves on TV, which is the irony. They tape it so early, so the East Coast, because it's live on the East Coast, on the West Coast it's not. So there you go. It's pretty funny. She's really nice, though. Really kind. Kids are super cute. But let's see. I said I wonder if they're going to bring back live rehearsals this season. It was so popular last season.
I hope so.
Like live rehearsals?
I love those.
Gave you a good insight into what they did, right? I think it was really interesting. I've seen a couple of them Periscope from it, so they're kind of doing it themselves. I actually emailed the people from Dancing with the Stars and asked them, "Are you doing any live rehearsals?" And their response to me is, "Right now we don't have any planned." So they didn't have any planned, but that doesn't mean they couldn't change it, right? They could.
That's how I would have done it before the season started, because I did it last season.
Yeah. So I won't be surprised if they do add it later. But yeah, they said they didn't have any planned as of. I think it was 2 days ago. I emailed them and asked them about that. So I loved them too. I thought it really made the people more human to me, which I really liked. Let's see. All right. Well, anyone that hasn't joined the Blab, you can click on the faces and give props to us if you like what we're saying. If you don't like what we're saying, you don't have to. You also can do Tell a Little Bird, which we'll tweet it out, which we should probably tweet it out. Remind people we're here. It's an hour till the show. Woo! If you're on the East Coast.
Yeah.
I have to go get my sister at 8, so I'm not even going to be able to start watching it till 8:30.
Those sisters. How about you just get rid of your sister? I'm just kidding. Yeah, the other thing, if any of you have a camera and you want to click, just click join. We're happy to have another voice. The more the merrier. You can have up to 4 on the Blab. So let us know if you like this too. We'll see if we, I tried to get the ladies of Pure DWTS to join us. They didn't want to be on camera though, I don't think. So I was like, fine, I'll suck it up and get on camera. But yeah, let us know if you like it. We'll do it and we'll do it again. You know what's interesting? A couple of people have been tweeting me and saying that they live in Atlanta, and I can't remember where the other team is, but it's Monday Night Football. And so Monday Night Football is actually preempting Dancing with the Stars in their area. And so where they're at, I think the one of them said, I think they were in Atlanta, Dancing with the Stars was preempted for Monday Night Football took over for it. And Dancing with the Stars was going to be on, I think they said from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Not primetime viewing.
That's going to happen to me whenever the Titans play at home, so I best get ready for it.
If you know early enough, there's actually ways you can find online streams and just watch it online. I'm on the West Coast. I live in Vegas, so we don't get it till 8 o'clock, 3 hours later. So sometimes I'll find one of those live streams and I'll watch it live on the East Coast, and then then I don't have to watch it later. That's the alternative. Nice. Any other things you're excited for, scared for? Does anyone know why All Access is not available to international viewers? They did until midway last season and then no more, and not looking like it again this season. Bummer. So my guess is that they have contracts to distribute the content, usually are done country to country. And when they do the advertising contracts, they're done country as well. So I have a feeling that's why they're restricted to the national one. It's because their advertisers want to be just US based or just certain areas when they do it. So that's probably why they're restricting it. I don't know anything about this, but you may look for a proxy that makes it look like you're coming from the US and then you could watch it. So that's one thing you may want to look at. They have proxies that can get you in. I'm told. I never use them myself in the US. I don't need it. But I've heard that can work. So you may check out a proxy and see if that will. Basically, the proxy makes it look like you're coming from the US and you can get it. Oh, Lynn's going to join us. She's a healthcare advocate. That's great. We love healthcare, since that's what I do for the day job. So how about this topic? We haven't talked about the opening. What do you think about this grand opening that they're including many of the other people in?
I'm so excited.
Yeah? Why are you excited?
I don't know. I think it's just something new that they're bringing into the show.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting. Cool. They filmed it beforehand, right? So how much is it going to be real time, or they're going to make it look like it was real time? And how much of it's going to be like, that it's, what's going to be live and what's going to be taped, and how, are we going to know, or are they just going to cut it really nicely so it looks like they were outside dancing on Hollywood Boulevard when in fact it was taped 2 days ago?
I feel like they're going to have like all the people dancing in the background, and then all like the couples and stuff are actually going to be like they're dancing.
Yeah.
I saw a great shot. There was some man, and I didn't know he was. So hopefully he wasn't one of the stars. It might have been, though. I couldn't tell. I looked at it quick. But they had two of the dancers holding his legs, and he's standing there in like this like hero position with two girls on his side. I was like, man, that lucky.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I was like,
I think that was Rob Blake. I think I know what you're talking about. I think that was Rob.
Oh, it was Rob?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
So I actually got a chance this just Saturday. I went to an event here in Vegas, and they had Anya. What's her last? Anya
Garnish.
Pooch. However you say her last name. It sounds like a bad word if you say it the wrong way, I think. Anyway, she's done a bunch of the different Stars tours and different things early on. And so she was dancing there, and I was able to convince her to dance with me at the after party, which is pretty fun. Took a little spin. So the TV_addicted said, George said 1 star is leaving Monday night and 1 Tuesday night of next week.
That's what Stars needs to schedule a little bit better.
They have to do better, you said?
Yeah, because they tell us one thing and then they change the next, so just confusing.
Yeah.
So someone raised the question, do you think this season they're changing more? Or do you think we just discovered information early and every season they've been changing stuff? But before we just didn't know they made all the changes because we didn't find out till, the last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they make changes all the time.
Yeah.
But we're so hungry for details. They give us a little detail and then they change it, or some detail leaks and then they change it. And,
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Desiree Alvarez. Nice. Cool. Anything else? How about the band? Is the band the same this year? I haven't seen any news about the band. I assume it's the same. Anyone heard of it?
I saw on Tony's Instagram today that he was doing something with the whole cast, and I saw the band's set up, like everything set up in the back. So I believe it might be back, but I kind of wish they just use like a regular CD or something like that, and then have the live singers.
Yeah, I mean, to me, has any dance and so you think you could dance where it's all, there's no live? Has that ever made a performance seem less interesting? To me, the answer is no. It's always been just as, I understand the dancers sometimes love having the live. There's a good feel when you dance having the live, but I think the other reason they have the live is they don't have to pay for the music, I think, or they pay just the owner of it and then they create their own variation. So there's obviously cost issues there. So yeah, I think it's going to be the same band though, probably. Looks like. Cool. Any questions from the audience? Monique just joined. Monique. Pretty brown eyes. It's always fun to see people's profiles. See who likes dancing stars.
Exactly.
If any of you want to join, there's an extra seat. If you've never done Blab, you can have your first experience. You can also tweet it out on the left side. You just tweet out that you're on the Blab or that we're doing it. So I think we'll wrap it up maybe 5 more minutes and then get ready for the show. Sound good?
Yeah.
So any last thoughts? I guess you're looking forward to most is Sharnik and Biddy and Derek, which I guess is Team Crikey, right? Any last thoughts on your favorites?
Do we know the order that they're dancing in?
I don't think so. I don't think nobody tweeted it out yet.
Yeah,
because I really don't want to miss
medical order, so I don't think we know.
I think Nick will probably be on last tonight.
Okay, because I don't want to miss that live.
Because I usually save the bigger name for the last person, so I think Nick could probably go close to the last, definitely in the second hour.
Okay.
Why don't you just tell your sister to wait 2 hours and then you'll get her?
She would be so mad at me.
Say, hey, I'm busy for the next 2 hours, but I will definitely come get you.
Yeah, I told her to get a ride home, and she got mad at me for that, so she's making me come get her.
I'm just kidding. You need to do it.
Yeah.
You can at puredwts.com. They're live blogging it. The Angels.
Oh, sweet.
You can go check it out too. They've got the live blog. I think someone in the private member area said, and yes, I'll resist the temptation to refresh every 5 seconds, and I'll wait every 3 minutes before I refresh. Yeah, I mean we're getting slammed already just from the other. I'll have to pull up how many we've had. Someone said most seasons for the opening night they go by their phone number, right? They have some seasons, but some seasons they haven't, and it looks like the phone number now is by alphabet. And they put the number there by alphabet. No doubt, they do a lot of production in who should go when, and they always like something really exciting to kick it off. So they want usually an upbeat one at the beginning and the end to kind of start this kind of emotion, this energy, excitement. So I've seen that happen a lot, where they want to start off the show with something that's a little more upbeat. I've never seen that I can remember an emotional piece to start the Dancer with the Stars. I think they like to create that energy. So we'll see if it's by number. It looks like Alec and Lindsay would go first, and it's a foxtrot that is 10 feet tall by Afrojack featuring Rabble. So I'm not sure that's the way they want to start the show. Who is Hayes' partner?
Emma.
Emma later. Did you guys see her MLB video interview?
I did not.
You can check it out. It's on puredwts.com. We posted it, a link to it if you scroll down a bit. But she got interviewed by baseball, which was hilarious because she's from England, right? England. So she doesn't know baseball really. She had called it something else in England, and she said I was a midfielder, which I'm like, there's no midfielders in baseball. I was like, is she talking about cricket? But I guess it is a kind of version of baseball they play in England. But she was so cute and hilarious. So it's pretty. But let's see. We talked about Hayes' partner. Guest judges are a good idea if they're experienced in ballroom, like Mary Murphy, for example, and to save time, not let Carrie Ann speak. You need to get on video, my friend. Who is that? Wanda? You got to pop up your video. We need you on camera, I think. I'm all right. Yeah, I agree. I think we need to have people with dance experience. LMFAO and those people didn't do anything for me as guest judges. But I'd also rather have 3 judges and have a guest judge. I love the idea of let's get rid of Carrie Ann and then let's have a judge from one of the other Dancing with the Stars from around the world, right? So one from Strictly Come Dance, Strictly Ballroom, or what is it? Strictly Come Dance, or whatever it is in England. Have someone come from South Africa, someone from all over the world, that you get some different perspectives, get some different accents, some unique takes on how they look at it. So I'd love that. But yeah. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be 3, no guest judges. Although I won't be surprised if Len comes back for some surprise package at some point in the season. But he just comes back one time and does something.
He is coming back, isn't he, for a guest appearance? I heard something about that.
Scheduled? Because he said he's definitely off the season. He may come back as a full-time judge next season, they said. But yeah, I think we won't be surprised if he comes at some point.
Make a surprise appearance.
Yeah, I heard something about him coming on to doing a visit.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Probably come and do, what's the sports center thing they do? A dance center, right? Get him and Jerry Rice and yeah, that would be fun if he came and did a dance center. At Livelihood said, wait, are you Charlie that the girls talk about? I am Charlie, I guess, aka John. So I started PRDWTS.com, and luckily the girls, as you call them. They do all the hard work now. I'm just on the back end, so if it loads slow, they start complaining to me, and I have to deal with that. Although I do post on occasion as well. Yeah, we're already at 15,000 page views today, and the show hasn't even started on the site. So pretty good. At the TV_addicted needs to join us as well. Why don't you click that little button that says join? You have a camera? You better get on the iPad and then you have a camera. Anyways, she said, is it she or he? Who knows? Just a thought, if Shaka leaves early, then that'd be the 3rd season in a row KO left before week 5. Not a good look for him.
No.
Yeah. I think he's gone early. I thought he would be a great addition to the show, and I think he's been awful.
I kind of wish they put him in the troop.
Yeah, he's fun in the troop. He ends up dancing in the troop a lot anyways because he gets eliminated so early. Sad but true. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's gone. I'll be surprised. I don't know. Do you think they were going for they needed a black dancer? They wanted the diversity angle? Is that why they brought him on? I don't know.
I don't know.
Are there other black ones? I mean, you see some on, I guess when you watch the PBS stuff, there's a few pros there.
Yeah.
I'm just so disappointed though, because when he first came, I thought he'd have a great personality and he'd be really interesting, but he's really just not been good at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, on that note, I actually hope he's gone early because I can't handle Shaka probably for more than a couple of weeks. I've seen that story. Looks like Team Bindi and Derek's having troubles. Let's see what I wanted to say. I have to mute Carrie Ann every week, and that's still not enough. She still irritates me. Agree with you. Would be nice to see one from another version. Yeah, mute on Carrie Ann. I mean, she's all right. I don't know. She says the same thing over and over. That's the problem now. 21 seasons in, she just keeps repeating herself. So
yeah,
it's kind of like been there, done that. Wouldn't mind some fresh stuff. So I agree, Carrie Ann.
Come back.
I feel like Keel lacks more in the choreography aspect. I think that's true too. I think his choreography is not that great. Could use some help. Dang, we've had almost 400 viewers. That's incredible. Can you guys see that number? Forget you can't, huh? Had almost 400. I think we're gonna stay on until there's 400. I gotta tweet it out one more time. What should we talk about to finish it off?
Who do you think the top 3 couples who will be the best tonight?
Nice. Good topic. You want to go first? Wait, so tonight, just based on scores tonight?
Yeah. Who do you think is going to be the top 3 standouts? I'm going to say Nick for sure. Bindi and Derek. I'm going to say Andy.
Andy, Bindi and Derek, and Nick. That's your vote?
Yeah. Yep.
How about you? You can't just copy him.
Same thing.
That's still his vote. Let's see. TV underscore Bindi, Nick, possibly. You're doing the same. You guys are all followers. Let's see. I'm gonna say best dancers. Yeah, I have to put Nick in the first because the only thing with Nick though that might happen, they may give him low scores early so that he has an arc that shows that he can learn how to dance. So that's the only fear there with him, but I'm still putting him in there. I'm going to put Mark and Alexa in there. I think they're going to surprise us with their dance. I think she's going to look really good, and I think you're going to be like, oh, so she may not pull the voting that everyone else does, but I think she's going to get the high scores from the judges, which will keep her around for quite a while. And then high scores, let's see, who else is going to have high scores? Oh my gosh, if Gary gets above a 5, I'm going to be surprised. I'm putting him on low score tonight. He might get the first 2 panel that's ever happened on US. I think no one else has gotten a 2, right? 3 is the lowest, I think. And let's put, I'm going to put Hayes and Emma as my 3rd. So Mark and Alexa, Hayes and Emma, and Nick and Sharna. Those are my 3. You don't like those predictions?
I like them, but they're different.
Yeah, they are really different.
That's how we do it. We like to be different.
And I really do think Hayes is going to top this.
You think Hayes is?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. We have another vote from a commenter. There's an open seat if you want to join us. If anyone wants to join, we're up to 397 viewers. Incredible.
Wow.
All right. The top 3 standouts tonight, Carlos, Nick, and Gary. Just because he has to stand out can't be helped. I think you were saying standout dancing, though, right? Because the judges are just going to get pissed off at that stuff, and they're going to demote him for it. But you're right, with the fans, he's going to stand out. Let's see. Desiree Zedlev JB said, I think Hayes will make it. Make it? I think Hayes will make it for a while. I think we all agree on that, right? Yeah, but we'll see how long. Cheerleader by Omi. That's going to be a good one. That'll be interesting. That actually fits up the style, too. That's the song that Hayes and Emma have. So,
Cheerleaders.
Woo! We topped 400 viewers.
Yay.
Amazing. Thank you, Blab. Nice. All right. How about who's going to win the season? Final predictions on who's going to win the season. We predicted who's going to score the highest tonight. Let's predict who will win the season. And then we'll see if we do a Blab. I mean, maybe we'll do a Blab every week. I guess we'll see how much people have for this. But I think we should do some regular Blabs. Everyone agree?
Yeah.
400 people think that it's interesting, right? All right. So I gave you some time. Who are you predicting as your 3 winners, 3 finalists? And that's the stars.
Nick and Sharna, Allison and Andy, and Bendy and Derek.
So the same ones you think will do well tonight, right?
For the most part. I don't know about Andy doing well tonight, but
I think he's gonna go.
I think he'll be in the top 3.
Interesting.
I think the top 3 will be Nick and Sharna, Bendy, Derek, Alexa, and Mark.
Interesting. So I'm putting Alexa and Mark in because I think she's my surprise person, my dark horse. I don't know if she'll make it all the way though. Oh, anyway, I'm putting her in. I'm riding that couple. I might have to start voting just because I put her in. So Alexa and Mark, I think I'm going to be surprised, and I think Mark has a good following too. I think he's going to go. Let's see. I don't think Alec and Lindsay have enough. Andy and Allison maybe. I think they're going to go to the 4 or 5. Bindi and Derek, I don't think enough people are going to glob onto Bindi. So she'll make it a ways. But I don't know. I love her dad, though.
Yeah.
So far, I haven't found many. Carlos and Whitney, no, not making it. Chalk and Kia, Gary and Anna, no way. Hayes and Emma? Ooh.
Maybe.
I think they probably make it to the top 5.
Yeah, top 5 definitely. Top 3, I don't know.
Nick and Sharna.
top.
Yeah, looking at the field, I think Nick and Sharna have a good chance. So I'll put them in with Alexa and Mark. And then, let's see, Tamar and Val. No. They'll fall out early. She'll make it a ways, though. Victor and Karina. I just think Victor doesn't have enough fan base, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I think he'll be the Ty Murray of this season. He'll go a lot farther, and people will be like, he's a good guy. He's learning, and he's doing some crazy stuff. So I guess for my third, go ahead.
Second. Tamar and Val are second.
Oh, they're dancing second? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the top 5 is actually much easier to predict, I think, in this season than the other, right? You got Alexa and Mark. You got Andy and Allison, Bindi and Derek. And then I would put Hayes and Emma, Nick and Sharna. I think those are the ones that could potentially win it.
I agree with you.
Nick has such a fan base, though. I think he's going to do well. That's going to go well.
Nick and Sharna's fan base combined, I think they're probably going to win.
You think?
Definitely.
You know what? I have to give Sharna major props. Like, she has been the most proactive one of trying to promote her image, her profile, her connections with her fans. She does a really good job reaching out and trying to, and I think she does it in a real authentic way. Certainly she's trying to promote herself and create a platform for herself, because she knows that the better she does on the show, the more money she makes, right? And more sponsorship she gets, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's genius of her. So I think that's a good estimate. Oh man, I don't know who the third is, though. I'm torn between Bindi and Derek and Andy and Allison and Hayes and Emma. I think they're all kind of wild cards. I'll put in my third pick. Fine, I'll do Nick and Sharna, Alexa and Mark, and then I'll say Hayes and Emma. That was a little bit of a homer pick just because I want Emma to make it that far, but we'll see, right? Let's see. Wanda says finalist Nick, possible winner. Carlos is the dark horse, and Bindi.
I agree.
I do think it may be Nick, but not every big fan base wins. That's true, but the Backstreet Boys fan base has done pretty well, right?
Yeah.
I know some of those people. They're on my Facebook page. They're addicted. So that's crazy. So someone tweeted a double elimination next week, and then Vogue from the site said, "Man, they just keep making it up as they go, don't they?" Well, I think they do that every season, actually. So they said, "I just hope Knicks fans don't get complacent when he gets a higher score and not vote." That's true.
That
happens definitely. I think that's what happened with what's her name? Willow and Mark last year.
That happened to Sabrina too.
Yeah, Sabrina. Although I don't know how much of a fan base she had. Who did you say though?
Willow and Mark.
Oh, Willow and Mark.
When they went home, it was like a huge shock.
It was a shock.
But you can't say Willow had a fan base before the show, right? I was a fan of the Hunger Games, and I liked her performance, but did she have like a fan group? You know what I mean?
I think so.
I think she had the Hunger Games fans behind her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Desiree Zeller, JB says, yes, she does. I don't know. It would be one thing, right, if Katniss came on. What's her real name?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence, right? She has a fan base.
She does have a fan base.
Can you imagine her on the show? She would be so ornery. I would love it. She is so like every interview she does, it's nuts. But good stuff. Well, we have a half hour to showtime if you're on the East Coast, or if you're like me, you have to wait a long 3.5 hours to watch Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, we'll be live blogging it from puredwts.com. So check that out. You can also subscribe, get the emails with all the updates. Vogue and Courtney and Princess Heidi, they do a crazy good job updating everything. We list all the music. We even have a private members area where you can talk without the trolls, which is actually the best area. So if you want to talk troll free, you join the members area, and we have that. So yeah, check it out at puredwts.com. Let us know on Twitter at puredwts if you liked it. We'll try and do it weekly. Maybe we'll do it after the show. I don't know. Have to figure out what's the right rhythm. Maybe you could do it tonight after the show if I want to stay up, but it's West Coast time, so that's late.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll figure it out and find a time when people can join. Maybe we'll do a weekend one before the show. I don't know. So let us know whatever you think. If you want to join us, we'll do some more blabs. Thanks to all 426 viewers. Incredible. And Team Bindi and Derek, which is at Team Bindi DWTS21 on Twitter. If you like Bindi and Derek, you better go follow that account. And if you like Sharna Squad, if you're on Team Sharnik, is that how they say it? Then you should follow at Sharna Squad as well. Thanks, guys, for joining me. It was a lot of fun, and we'll definitely do it again.
Yes.